And showtime. We are live at WAFFLEBOARD Breaks. This is box 434. We have 35 boxes on the shelves. Everybody's chances of any one spot hitting, 1 in 35, of course. We have the picks are live on eBay for Sunday's double box break. So we will end whatever hits tonight's. Right now, there's obviously all 35 spots on eBay for you guys to get your bids in. I didn't check. I guess they started Tuesday night. I haven't even checked if anybody got early bids in, but those spots are live to end Sunday. We'll do a double box like usual. So back to our normal week, Tuesday and Thursdays, single Facebook fills and Sunday double boxes. We do have 2 unsolds. I don't very rarely have unsolds. Not going to push it on you guys. If Shattenkirk hits, I will random it to all of you. So whoever's in the break, all your spots are live. If Shattenkirk hits, if Boys hits, I may keep that for another reload. We'll see. We'll see if Boys hits. We'll see how that goes. If anybody wants Boys for 5, I would give Boys for 5. But that's up to you guys. I'm not going to push it on you guys. I know, you guys cleaned up the rest of the spots. So I'm not going to make everybody bend over backwards. But, Shattenkirk, if it hits, I will definitely random it to you guys. So that's a group spot. So you guys know Shattenkirk is a community spot. You guys will get that if it hits. I'd rather not random the Boys. If somebody wants to grab it for $5, I'll definitely give it to you guys. If not, I'll keep it if it hits. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm rooting against those spots. Unless somebody has them. I'm always rooting for claim spots. I never like to ever self-hit in my products. Different when I'm buying into third-party stuff, but I don't like to hit ever in the WAFFLEBOARD breaks, and I don't think I've ever hit personally. I don't know if maybe once we actually gave it away. We random it to you guys. I can't remember. It's been many, many moons. You guys do a great job of filling every break. I know it gets a little tougher when we get up into the mid-30s, and obviously we have less people. We still had to be about how many people we had? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think 11 or 12. So you guys, pretty good showing tonight, even though not everybody's got much. I mean, obviously our closer Ron wasn't here this evening. Usually he comes in and grabs some spots to close us. Missing some of our other groups, but it's still pretty good crowd. Like to welcome obviously back Justin. Was in a break a while back. He hasn't been here. Now that he's here with the headline or with the reload, there's a couple spots he wants to get. So, So like I said, I mean, I'm not rooting for or against anybody. We'll see if Justin's only been in a couple breaks in the past, I think. So we'll see if his beginner luck holds out. He's the only person in the break that has not hit before. Jason M's got a 1 spot tonight. So good luck to him. See if anybody else has 1 spotters. Thomas grabbed a couple. Ty grabbed a couple. Steve has a couple. Big Al's got a couple. Derek's got a couple. Mike H has a couple. James has 1 spot. So good luck to James. James has been hot. He hasn't been hit with us last couple breaks, but he was hot when he was hitting. So James has, I believe, 1 spot tonight. So James and Jason are 1 spotters. Who else? CK's got a couple spots. So everybody else has a couple spots except for our 2 1 spotters. So we'll see if the luck holds out for them. Of course, I said Justin's relatively new. He's got a couple spots, so we'll see if his luck holds out as a newbie. We'll see how like I said, our newbies are pretty good at it. I said, obviously, the odds of any 1 spot hitting tonight are 1 in 35. So you'll see if you can. We've got some people that are hot right now. CK is pretty much on fire. Trying who else has been hot recently. Derek's been hot here and elsewhere. So we'll see if his luck continues. Mike H he's hit semi recently. So he's definitely, he hit Sunday, I think. So he obviously has warmed me up a little bit. Some of the rest of you guys, we'll see if you can start going on hot streaks. He's at least warming up for the odds as the odds get better and better. Like I said, Sunday we'll be down to 34 and 33 boxes. So make sure you get your bids in on your spots, on your targets. I see the new spots have been popular. Obviously, most of them got claimed. Obviously, Boys went unclaimed, but 14 to 15 were claimed pretty early. What up, Ty? Good to see. See if your luck picks up tonight. I know you got a couple spots. Like I said, like everybody's in for a couple. Like I said, I never want anybody to feel pressure to buy tons of spots, but some people would like to cover the board like bingo style. But especially when the spots are pretty much as cheap as they can get, it's good to grab some extras because, like I said, every spot you're on increases. Like I said, there's 35 boxes, so pretty much if you have 2 spots, you got a 1 in 17, 1 in 18 chance of actually hitting, which is pretty good on anything where you're doing random selection. So obviously you have 3 spots, you're pretty much looking at 1 in 11 or 12 chance. And like I said, your odds, but the odds of any individual spot hitting, of course, is not going to change. 1 in 35. So one person will win, one person will be quite happy. The rest of us will go to the penalty box and feel shame. So, so good luck, everybody. I know the games are on tonight. Like I said, I didn't really get a chance to glance at the early stuff. I did see Toronto eliminated Ottawa, so that's sad to see them end. And my Bolts were eliminated, sad to see them end. And the Devils were eliminated, so sad to see them end. So now 3 teams have packed their bags and started making all-season plans. Ottawa did make that a little interesting, but obviously they couldn't hold out. They tried it today, and then Max Pack, the legendary Max Pack, got the game winner, and then Nylander with an empty netter. So that's 3 teams now gone. We have 5 more to be eliminated. Obviously, Vegas is up 3-2 and 2-1 in that game. So we'll see if they can eliminate Minnesota tonight. Of course, we have Dallas up 3-2 on Colorado in just a couple minutes. That should start up. And then LA against Edmonton with Oilers up 3-2. They came to life in that series and won the last 3 games. So see if Edmonton closed out that series against the Kings. So it's like I said, the playoffs have been interesting, been fun. There's been some amazing games, some decent amount of double overtime games already, which is pretty crazy. Go Colorado! We'll see if they can get back into that and tie it up against the Stars. Stars are tough, man. I said I felt going in that Tampa was probably the 4th or 5th best team in the East, and they got the team that they're probably as good as. And then obviously things, a couple bounces in Florida's favor. They took game 4. That was huge when Tampa was up with 4 minutes to go and gave up 2 defenseman shots. And like I said, after that happens, 3-1 is pretty much over and over. So like I said, it's, if they could have won that going back home, it could have been a little bit interesting. But like I said, Colorado needs the the thing is, like I said, they've looked great at times. They've looked really good at times. They've looked pretty mediocre at times. So it's, they got to have a total game because Dallas is not going to go away quietly. They are a Stanley Cup contender. They've been that for the last, half dozen years, basically, having made, finals before and having been, in the conference finals before. So Dallas is not like a new to the game type team. They are talented. They made some good trades. They got a good, solid team, and they're missing, their best players. Jason Robertson is still hurt. Miro's been out forever. Like that team has got pieces. So we'll see. I don't know if they're going to have enough depth to get past the other teams in the West. If Vegas can finish their series, obviously, the Western teams I think are as good or maybe better than Eastern teams. But we'll see if they beat each other up before they get to the finals. So. Yeah, the last game, as I said, luck matters a lot in the playoffs. You got to be good. You got to have some luck, and you got to stay healthy. And like I said, those are the 3 things that matter the most. Obviously, I think there was 4 or 5 teams in each conference that could get to the finals. I wasn't expecting much from Vegas. Vegas and the Kings are 2 amazing teams, as well as Dallas and Colorado. And then Edmonton is showing that they have some life in them. And like I said, I didn't expect Minnesota to advance in that series. I think Vegas is the better team. In the East, I didn't expect the Devils and Ottawa. I didn't expect them to advance. And Tampa, I thought, they had a puncher's chance against Florida, especially with home ice advantage. But after dropping the first 2 at home, it was pretty much a done deal. So, like I said, you got to get some lucky breaks, got some some calls in the right times. Your power play has to click. Tampa's was shut down almost completely against Florida. Florida, like I said, they exposed the fact that Tampa doesn't have that difference maker on the blue line with mobility. You're missing guys like Morrissey or Quinn Hughes or like a McCarr. They don't have that on and even Lane Hudson with Montreal. Like I said, these good young defensemen that have mobility can make plays on the blue line. I mean, Tampa's got a decent defenseman, but they're not winning cups with that blue line. So I mean, but that's what you gotta do. You gotta be creative with your roster. You gotta make the choices and cuts where you can. You gotta get lucky when in some late round picks and some shrewd trades and put together a Stanley Cup roster. It takes a lot of work. So we'll see. We'll see going forward if Tampa still. I mean, their core is looking good. It's a matter of making sure the accessories, those pieces need to be good. And I didn't think the Tampa's D didn't scare anybody. I mean, I loved having McDonough back, and Hedman actually played fantastic this year. He's not the Hedman of old, but he's still, the captain of the team, Norris Trophy winner, Conn Smythe Trophy winner. But he needs to be. He has to spend time being defensive. I mean, I don't think Mosier was the good young player on his pairing, but I don't think Mosier is nothing to. He's not winning a cup. He's not winning a Norris. Just, he's a good player to pair with Hedman. But like I said, they don't have anybody else in that blue line that scares you. So it was tough. I mean, Florida decided to play in their face, and they just didn't take it well. I mean, that's just how it goes. I really thought Tampa would have trouble, of course, with Washington. They would have trouble with Carolina. They would have trouble with Florida, which they did, and they probably would have had trouble with Toronto, even though they beat Toronto in the past. Toronto got past them last year. And like I said, it's just how it is. But like I said, I mean, I'm glad to see Winnipeg decided to win last night. I mean, I was a little worried because obviously having seen Hellebuck get yanked a couple periods, obviously I think they overworked them this year. They played a lot down the stretch. Didn't seem to get as much rest. And so maybe that happens. Like I said, if you're a team that's not used to going deep into the playoffs and you play your guys, the max amount of games that they've played in their careers in a year, there's going to be some wear and tear when the playoffs come around. So, but like I said, Winnipeg is kind of who I'm hoping at this point in time I'll be able to watch their games because I love a lot of their roster. I love Connor, I love Scheifele, I love Morrissey, I love Hellebuck, those, and they, like I said, they got a good, deep, talented, veteran-clad roster on top of it. So we'll see. We will see. What's up, Derek? So we didn't close it. I said I was offering up the boys for $5 if somebody wanted it, and the Shattenkirk we're just going to have as a community spot. So nobody claimed it either way. So I don't want to pressure anybody into grabbing the boys, but if they wanted that, they would have that for $5, which is $3 off. And then, of course, Shattenkirk is community. If it hits, it will be random to all the claimed spots. That's what we're going to do. So if you like boys for $5, that's more empowered. But boys, I would probably keep for a future reload if it does hits. I mean, it's one of the reload jerseys, so I don't want to just randomly give that one away if it hits. So, but I hate the self-hit. So I'm rooting against boys if I have to eat that spot. So, but Shattenkirk, I'm rooting for that because that would be random to you guys. So, yeah, so there you go. Okay, I appreciate that, Derek. Okay, let me mark you down for boys. I appreciate that, helping us close. Don't worry about Shattenkirk. That will be a community spot. It'll be random to the room if it hits. So there we go. So I got you down. You've been hot as hell. So we'll see. We'll see if grabbing boys for $5. See if that continues your streak. So there we go. So it's always good to grab spots when you're hot because that's when you hit stuff you don't expect to hit. Basically, you're taking boys to close. So you got closer mojo as well. Plus, you're on a heater. We'll see if that continues. So I appreciate that. Like I said, it's, I never want to have to make people grab spots to close. But, I do believe closer mojo exists. I do believe people on a heater. I do believe that exists. Like I said, it's all part of the the break mojo. So they said, oh, you know, let me see what we got. Let me look at. Yeah, everybody claiming it's Fast and Furious. And I usually don't read off the list, but let's see what you got. I know. Okay, well, let's go down. Big Al's got Vasilevsky. Jason M has Hellebuck. Big Al is the Brinket. Derek's got Jack Campbell. Thomas M is Ginsel. Tyrone's got Tuck. Steve S has Barzil. Thomas M has Bauer. Who else we got? Derek has Bunting. Tim K has Olmark. Tyrone's got Jacques Lemaire. Well, family Bauer. I just said Bauer sat out there a while. I just wanted to mention things about Bauer. He was 93 when he passed away in 2017. He went to the Hall of Fame in 1976. So most people in this room aren't even alive when he goes to the Hall of Fame. That's how long ago he played. He won 4 cups for the Leafs, and he's one of the 100 greatest NHLers when they did that a bunch of years back. So, like, I'm not saying you got to claim him first, but the fact that Johnny Bauer, we have him autographed on a legit jersey, a licensed jersey, and the dude died in 2017. That's 8 years ago. So it's pretty crazy. We got the Hall of Famers like that. I mean, it's anytime you get the players that have left us, it's always nice to get them into the breaks. But yeah, Johnny Bauer, seeing him out there, you know, that he died in 2017. 93 years old too, so it's not even like a spring chicken when he passed away. So yeah, Bauer's Thomas M's got Bauer tonight. Who else we got? Steve's got Anders Lee. Justin W's got Georgiev and Fuhr. Mike H has Hayes and Horvat. Tyrone's got Evander Kane. James M's got Cujo. Great jersey. Let me see. Derek's got Riley Smith as well. Thomas M is Mark Scheifele, my boy. Steve S has the 1980 dual sign, Eruzione, Jim Craig. That'd be fun. CK's got Darlene, Richter, and Stutzla. Mike H also has Markstrom and Adam Fox and the Steve Stamkos. Can't wait to see that come out. It's going to be fantastic when that hits. Derek, you also have Byron Duchesne. Obviously, you want to hold those for ransom over Dale. And you also now have boys. Let me see. Thomas M's got Philip Forsberg, another one of my boys. Love that Reebok jersey. Ty's got Neuendijk, another one I love. Let me see. Steve S, of course, is Potvin. Potvin sucks. What else am I missing? Let me see. And then, Big Al's got Jordan Cairo as well. So it's a pretty good group. Like I said, 11 to 12 of you guys have the spots. So we'll get that going now. Like I said, I don't want to wait too long. Obviously, like I told you, the spots are live on eBay for this weekend. With the double box, 34 and 33 are our box odds. 1 and 34, 1 and 33. So get your bids at your leisure. Obviously, I'll be checking that Saturday and Sunday. You guys get the last minute bids, of course. But we'll be down to 34 boxes, and I'll take whatever hits tonight. I'll end it. So right now we're looking at 3 single box runs, 1-1-1, 2 3-box runs, 3-3. 11 the second to last reload, and 15 from this most recent reload. So, this is live. Okay, so let's get the break-in so we get to watching the hockey. We got 2 late games tonight, so that's going to be fun. So, yeah, Al broke the streak. Yeah, I saw that, but nobody really won when that jersey hit. That was kind of like meh all around. So, but yeah, you're on fire. Let's see if you can continue tonight. So let's get my randoms up here. There's my dice roller. And my list. Okay. You guys know the drill. We do 5 or more on our random. Of course, all the jerseys are here. 3 single box runs, 2 from 2024, and then January's got 26, the only box from the January reload. Then we have 3 from the February, 3 from the March, 11 from April, and 15 from this technically May reload. So 93 was the last box, which already hit. Let's see. This is the only box we had. Yes, the only box that's hit was the very last box we had loaded up, 93. So here we go. The only thing that skipped was, of course, 60. And, of course, we'll skip 3 we'll skip 3. Yeah, we'll skip 3 if we don't hit that. So there we go. So good luck, everybody. Let's see what we got. 5 or more. Let's do it. Let's see what we got. 7 times the most common roll. 7 times, guys. 1 box tonight. Whatever's at the top after 7 rolls is the box we're going to open. So good luck to everybody. Here we go. 7 times it is. 1. It's 35 boxes. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And the box we're going to open tonight is going to be box number 84. That is a reload jersey. 84 it is. 7 times. 35 boxes. Box 84. 7 times. 35 boxes. Box 84. Okay. Here we go. Box 84. Let me make my notations. Okay. Box 84 it is. Okay, this is box 434 overall. And this is going to be jersey 456. We have a bunch of jersey boxes in the past. This is box 84. Okay. So will not be the Johnny Bauer. 84 is right here. Okay, boom, 84. So I got 343 on the shelf. Of course, we got 24 still on the table. So there it is, box 84, guys. So we got me and my spots. Let me see what we got here. Starting here. Got a lot of spots, 15 spots in this run. Let me see how many people we're looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. Decent amount of people. Almost everybody's live. Okay, here we go. Box 84. Good luck. Sorry, I like these first couple boxes after reload, especially when the reload starts hitting. Just like that, we're down to 13 in the reload. No, 14 in the reload. 14. We still have 11 from the last reload. We're down to 14 in this reload. What's box 84 going to give us? Oh, this one was in there forever last time. We had it as a Fanatics. Now we have it as an Adidas Colorado Avalanche. Speak of the Avalanche, current Buffalo Sabres, but a Colorado Avalanche Adidas. And we know who's got that tonight. The man's on fire. Man is on fire. AJ Sports COA. There it is. There it is. AJ Sports COA. Speaking of the Lance, there we go. There it is. Heck yeah, I told you the man is on fire. Doubt me. Go ahead. Doubt me, Derek. Colorado Avalanche. Bowen Byram. Obviously a top 10 pick for them. Now playing for the Buffalo Sabres. One of their best young defensemen on that team as they try to work their way back into a playoff team. Love that style, Avalanche logo. Colorado Avalanche, Bowen, Byram, and that goes to Derek. The man is on a heater. Ooh, he might have had a streak broken. And that, you know what? That might have been a turkey. Is that 3 in a row? That might be 3 in a row. I think because obviously was that 3 in a row for you, Derek? I think it might be. That is, yeah, because obviously that's because I think the Lucas Raymond was first on Sunday. I think you hit the second jersey, right? Is that you? And then obviously you hit Tuesday night. Yeah, I think it might be. That's what I'm saying. The only people that have ever had turkeys before today were Ron and Big Al. Big Al had twice, I think, he had a turkey. And Ron actually had a turkey in the past. That's the That's the third person ever to get a turkey. Fantastic. Congratulations. Yeah, you had 2 in a row with Big Al and until last night. And now 3 in a row here. 3 in a row. 3 straight jerseys is pretty damn amazing. Obviously, especially they're all 3 on different nights. I think Big Al once hit twice in the same box on a Sunday. No, he hit twice in the same box. Was that a double box? I think Ron maybe hit twice in his box on a Sunday. I can't remember what they were. I was looking at because I saw that you had back to backs. I'm thinking I think Derek is in line for a turkey. Boom! Nobody's at 4. So if you hit, and now this is it. You have to hit the first box. You have to hit the first box on Sunday. That'll be 4 in a row. I don't think even Big Al even had 4 in a row. I have to look at the records. Of course, I have spreadsheet. I've been keeping it from day one, but I can't remember. I said I know for a fact that Big Al did it twice as a turkey, and I think Ron did it once as well. But I don't believe anybody did 4. Ron, Big Al may have, but I'm going to double check. I will come back to you guys with the details on Sunday if you're in line for the 4th in a row. So make sure you get some spots on Sunday, because if you're in line for 4th row, that's pretty insane. So there we go. Bowen, Byram, Colorado Avalanche, AJ Sports, COA. Blue ink on the white number. Like I said, still a fantastic young player. I think he's got to be 23, 24 years old still. I think he's old. Can't be much older than that. So he's obviously a good mobile defenseman for that team. They got some real nice blue liners. And if Buffalo can get good again, who knows? And you pretty much at this point in time, anybody who spends time in Buffalo moves on and wins the cup. so we'll see what Byron can do. So I think Byron was there for the Avs Cup, but congratulations on that. That is fantastic. Yes, very welcome, Derek. Sorry for everybody that did not hit. Right now, it's Derek's world, and we're all just living in it. The man is on a serious heater. So, fight strap, of course, on the Adidas Pro model. So, very good, very good, very, very nice. So, congratulations to him. Thank you for everybody for helping fill or nearly filling. But we'll see what happens on Sunday. Of course, any unsold spots will be posted shortly after on the Facebook page. So we'll see what happens with that on Sunday. Now we're only 33 boxes, so 34 spots to end on Sunday. So thank you very much, everybody. Let's get to the games tonight. Enjoy them, and we'll see what happens on Sunday night. Waffleboard Breaks is out. Enjoy your next couple days off. Take care, guys. We're doing that part.